My name is Colleen, and this is my kitchen. Believe it or not, this was me 4 years ago. I struggled with my weight my entire life. And finally, I came to the realization that diets don't work. By simply eating healthy and moving more, I was able to lose over 100 pounds. I started at a size 26W, and within about a year and a half, I went to a size 12, no W. And best of all, I've now kept the weight off for over 2 years, and counting. So now here I am in my kitchen showing you how you can eat healthy and lose weight just like I have. Because if I can do it, you can too. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a really great slow cooker dish for you. And what I love about the slow cooker is that I can get it going in the morning, I come home from work in the afternoon or early evening, and the house smells wonderful and dinner is ready. Totally effortless, and it can be really, really delicious. And today I have a great recipe for you. We're going to be making a Moroccan inspired red lentil and sweet potato stew. It's vegetarian, it's really hearty, delicious, and good for you. So let's get started. If you saw my recipe from last week, you will remember mirepoix. Mirepoix is just the French term for a basic soup or stew starter, and this recipe starts with a mirepoix as well, just like the recipe that I made last week. Mirepoix is onion, so I have one medium onion, sweet onion, that I've chopped up here. Second part of mirepoix is celery. I have 2 medium stalks of celery that I diced up. And then the third and final part of mirepoix is carrots. And I have 2 medium carrots that I also diced up here. That's it. That's your mirepoix, and that's the base for this soup. So then to that we're going to add 1 can, it's 14.5 ounces, of diced tomatoes with their juice. Now you want to make sure to get no salt added, and that way you can control the sodium intake for your stew. Then I have 1 clove of garlic. You can mince this in or press it in. You know me, I love my garlic press. And then we have 2 cups of red lentils. I absolutely love red lentils because they just about disintegrate in the dish, and they just make for a really lovely color and this great creamy consistency. So I'm going to add those in. And then I have 1.5 pounds of sweet potatoes that I peeled and I chopped up. Let's add some spices. We're going to start with a pinch of salt. Then we're going to continue our spices. I have some ground cumin here. We want 2 teaspoons of that. Just sprinkle that over. This is going to add a really great kind of smoky flavor to the dish. Then I have coriander, ground coriander. Let's use 1 teaspoon of that. Smoked paprika. We're also going to use 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. It's going to add just a little bit of spiciness to the dish. Not much, but just a little bit. For a little additional flavor, exotic flavor, this is my secret ingredient, and that's ground cinnamon. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of that. And then last but not least, I have turmeric, and we're going to use just a half a teaspoon of that. That's it for our spices. So now we need some liquid. I have 4 cups. I'm using a homemade salt-free chicken broth. To make this vegetarian, just use a vegetable broth. Again, go homemade if you can. It's very, very easy to do, very inexpensive, and a great way to control your sodium intake. So let's just pour that in there. Just like that. Give that a good stir, and now all I'm going to do is cover this up, turn it on low, and let it cook for about 8 hours. You can let it go for up to 10 hours. I certainly have before. And then we'll come back and I'll show you how I finish this off. Our red lentil and sweet potato stew has cooked up, and there's just one thing left to do, and it involves the potato masher. We're going to take our masher and just want to squish this all together. You don't want to puree it because it's a stew. You want a really nice kind of thick and chunky texture. The last thing to do is to serve this up. Now this recipe serves 5 people at about 1.5 cups each of the stew. Look how nice and thick and chunky that is. Go ahead and ladle that in my bowl there. And then, getting away from me, we're going to top each serving with about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of freshly chopped cilantro. Just enhances the flavor experience. I'm going to go sit down, enjoy my dinner. I hope you give this a try. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time in my kitchen.